Alright, so as the title says, we are going to be making a quote generator. And you're just gonna, this is very simple, you're just gonna need, the three basics: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Well, it's like mainly jQuery, but still JavaScript. And I got a GitHub repo for you guys to fork, so you wouldn't have to type out the HTML and CSS. And that also helps me out, so it doesn't make the video 20 times as long. But yeah, let's get started. First, we're gonna type out documents.ready. You don't have to do this, but I do it for safety measures. I want to make sure that the DOM is ready for, before all the JavaScript code gets executed. So I'm gonna do that right now. So I got that. Next, you're gonna need a variable. I would call it quotes, but you can call it whatever you want. This is where you would store all of your quotes, aka data, aka not really a database. I'm gonna cut this off. But yeah, I already got this copied, so I'm gonna paste it right here. These are all of my quotes. So this is the quote right here. For example, people don't think the universe. No, I'm gonna choose a different one. That one. There we go. Here's a better one. A room without books is like a body without a soul, by Marcus Tullius Cicero. Butchering names today. All right, so yeah. This first one is the quotes, and the second one is the name of the quote maker. And I think I have around 20 of these. You can have as many as you want, but I did this many so I could have variety. And I actually may put this in the description so you guys can copy and paste, so you wouldn't have to make your own. But if you want to make your own, make your own. So we're going to start off by targeting the button class. So we're going to, jQuery $, and then .btn. And then we are going to say, we could either do .click or .onClick. I'm going to just do the second one since I'm already typing it down. And then on click, we're going to run a function. And let me add that semicolon. So, when the button class gets clicked on, runs this function, and then within this function, first thing I'm going to do is write down, I'm going to make the random number thingy. So, this is obviously gonna generate a random number. So we are going to start off by typing out math.floor and then math.random, and then we are going to multiply. We're going to multiply it by the number of, well, the length of the quotes array. So we're going to say quotes dot length. So we have that right there. Then after that, we're going to target the quotes, the quotes, the quote class, not quotes, I'm sorry. This one right here. We're going to target this quote class. And then we are going to update the HTML, when the button gets clicked on, to change the quote. So right now it's saying push the button below by the developer, and then after we click on the button, it'll, for example, say, my reason, the physician to love, angry that is, his perceptions are not kept. Okay, that's too long. I'm done. So we're going to update the HTML, and within that, we can type out HTML and JavaScript. But, we're going to concatenate. So anything within the quotes is going to be HTML, and then anything outside the quotes is going to be JavaScript. So we're going to say H1, and then we're also going to add a quotes because I want to have this. I want to have quotes in there. So after that, we're going to concatenate that with quotes, bracket RNG, and this RNG pretty much takes whatever, like it goes into this variable and takes whatever number this comes up with. So for example, it could be 4. Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. And then to make sure, well, how can I put this? To get the quotes, the actual quotes, we're going to say 0 because this is, when you're trying to pick out something from an array, the first one here starts off at 0, and then the second one is 1, and then the third one is 2. I'm sure you guys know this, but I just wanted to clarify on that. So I'm going to type out 0, and then after that, I'm going to concatenate with, the ending H1 tag, and also a quote for, the ending quote right over here. So let's get that done. And there's that for the quote. So if I click this button, it's going to change the quote. But as you can see, it's not changing the name. So, pretty much what we do is the exact same thing, except we change the 0 into a 1 and some minor HTML things. So, let's go. Targets the name class .html, update the HTML whenever the button's clicked, and then we're going to say p tag, and then we don't actually need a quote for this, but we need a dash. This dash right over this dash right over here, and then we're going to concatenate that quotes, bracket signs, RNG, and then after that 1, which is going to target this second the second value. I'm gonna just call it value, and then end it off with a p tag, well, the end p tag. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Let me make sure. So yeah, so if I click this button, it should work completely fine. Men are not prisoners of fate, but only prisoners of their own minds, by Franklin D. Roosevelt. Work is not always required. There is such thing as sacred idleness, by George MacDonald. So it works completely fine, and yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you like it, give it a like. If you want me to make more, type it down in the comments. If you want to tell me what to make, because I'm not really running out of ideas, but I want more ideas. So if you got an idea, leave it in the comment below, and I will see you in the next video.